Welcome and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Healthy Runner Podcast. And it is a special Tuesday night spark in which we're going live within the Healthy Runner Facebook group for a little check-in after 2.5 months of this global pandemic. So how can you turn COVID on its head? Have you been struggling to get your motivation back to be consistent with your runs? Have you been running because you need that stress relief and, quite honestly, time away from your kids with all the homeschooling, right? And you need that little alone time, but you're running through pain. So in this episode, we are going to be sharing with you 2 actionable strategies you can do to help you run through COVID and turn it on its head, even if your in-person races have been canceled. And if you stay till the end, guys, you're going to hear a very special announcement that I'm super excited to share with you today on how we're going to be helping our local running community. So for those of you who are jumping here on the live, you guys are coming on here strong, just type in live into the comment box. And those of you watching the replay, just type in hashtag team replay. So I know you did catch this. And I just want to kind of touch base with you guys because so much has happened since we last met last week for our episode. So last week, I actually finished up my coaching certification. So I am now a certified running coach, and I wanted to do that to be able to help more of you and help the in-person clients that I see at Spark Physical Therapy. In addition to just doing traditional quote-unquote physical therapy, I really have a passion for helping you become a better overall runner, and training is such an important component to why runners get injured in the first place. So the more I know about training, the more I can help you avoid those injuries and also keep running and not have to stop running in order to heal from those injuries, if that makes sense. So that was kind of super exciting, and I learned a ton of information, and we're going to actually talk a little bit more about that later on today, but I'm going to just stop right there. And then I also was a guest podcast on the Strength Running Podcast with Jason Fitzgerald. I was super excited to do this episode. That's going to actually be released this Thursday. And I'm going to share that within the Healthy Runner Facebook group when it gets dropped, because that episode I think is going to have a lot of golden nuggets for you, especially my runner friends who have that hamstring pain, that top of the butt pain. We got in depth and really outlined the strategies to help you recover from that injury and prevent it from coming back again. And Jason asked some tough questions. It was a great interview. I loved it. I had fun doing it, so I hope that it sounds as good as it sounded on my end when I did record that. And those of you who are jumping on here on the live, I thank you very much. Unfortunately, I am on my phone right now, so I actually can't see who's on the live. I only see like 2 comments. So I see Eddie's here. I see Cindy's here. Thank you guys for jumping on. I think I saw Rachel was here. So thank you so much for jumping on here on the live. But kind of did that episode on hamstrings. And then also we had a long weekend. So it was actually a really good weekend where I actually did take some time off, which is so important to recharge. I don't think I posted anything yesterday, which is fairly uncommon for me. There's usually some point of the day, but yesterday was my yard day. I dedicated it to the yard and really needed to kind of get in depth. But we went to the beach on Friday. We had a nice family day at the beach, which was very, very exciting and important for us because we are huge beach lovers. So my family loves the beach and my girls love the beach as much as my wife and I do, which is tremendous because we love the beach. So the fact that they love the beach is fantastic. So I see Latoya's here on the live. Thanks for jumping on, Latoya. And also got in my first double-digit run since January. So I did post about that. I had to share that within our Healthy Runner Facebook group because that was definitely, it's been a long time since I've been at double digits. So that's a number of months. And that's the longest time period I've ever went because traditionally I would have run a half in April. So I would have been up to that double-digit run earlier, but I talked about the importance of base training during this time of COVID and kind of reflected back on that experience. So that was kind of exciting to get back into the double digits for the long run and really spent a lot of time in my yard, opened up the pool. So the pool's open. The girls are actually just in the pool right now, and the water temperature is probably like 50 degrees. They're crazy. but they don't care. They're kids. They just love the pool. If your kids love the pool as much as mine do, just type in pool into the comment box and really got the yard going. So I'm huge. I've never talked about this before on the podcast before or within our Healthy Runner Facebook group, but I'm actually huge passion for landscaping. So I love landscaping. I love making my little beds. I do a lot of potted flowers. So we got I basically go all out. I buy everything. I did that last week. Got all my mulch. Got 80 bags of mulch. So that's a lot of functional strength training, which we will get into somewhat today. And I did a lot of planting. So we got some geraniums, petunias, begonias, right? So we got all that. So the Scotty yard is starting to look summerfied. So we're getting ready. It's almost there, not quite there. Still got some more mulching to do, a little bit of weeding, but we will get there. So I hope all of you really enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. And I'm super excited for today because I do have a special announcement, bringing on a guest right now, actually, for all of you. And we're going to be sharing some exciting information. So we have Lisa Tatum here. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
So Lisa is a runner. She's a triathlete. She's a 4-time Ironman. That's super impressive. I've never even come close to Ironman. So I've only run one full marathon. So she's also the owner of Lift Your Soul, which provides running, fitness, and inspirational jewelry, clothing, and accessories. She actually has I didn't even actually know this. So I've known actually Lisa for over a year now. We actually met at a workshop that I did at Multisports Academy right in Hamden, Connecticut. I did a workshop for runners a little over a year ago, and I remember you being there and a lot of my MSA friends at that workshop. And it's weird how things work out. One thing leads to another. I started actually renting space at an MSA, and now Multisports Academy gym in Hamden is actually my home for Spark Physical Therapy. So that's where I see all my clients now. Right out of that gym. And I remember we met that night when we had a little workshop. But Lisa actually has a very interesting background. So she's retired from corporate life as a banker, cash management sales. She's a retired X-ray technologist, and she's a retired organic farmer. So that is a very vast background. So Lisa, we're going to get into, like we do on every episode of the Healthy Runner podcast, we're going to get into and start with a little dynamic warm-up, kind of get loose, right? And so who are you, where are you from, and why do you like to run, or why do you like the running community so much?
Well, as you said, I'm Lisa Tatum, and I own the new business owner of Lift Your Soul, which I took over in November of last year. I grew up in Norwalk and have been living in Shelton for, long time. So I like running, and I'll just show you one thing that I actually sell in my store, and I think that this kind of explains it, but I run to burn off the crazy. Yeah.
Many people to that right now. So guys, if you can relate to that right now, just say crazy in the comment box. If you can relate to that right now, because I actually just talked to a runner today who was just like, I need a break from my kids. Like the homeschooling thing, they're very needy. They're always around. They're always there. I need to run in order to take a break from them. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's another one. I will run for coffee also. So you invite me out for a cup of coffee, I'm there.
Nice. Yeah, so why, I guess, so what is your favorite race distance? I know you've run 4 Ironmans before. What's your favorite race?
Well, I'll tell you, I've run 3 marathons, but also 4 of them were in addition to the 4 that I did with an Ironman. And I actually enjoy doing an entire Ironman more than I enjoy running 26.2 miles on its own. And it's funny because a lot of triathletes will say that also. So right now, I think I like trail running more than road running right now. And I did a half marathon trail run last fall, and I actually just fell in love with that distance for trail running. It was beautiful.
I know I hear that more and more. I know you know, and you're friends with one of my clients there, and you guys get together with some runs, and she's trying to get me involved in the trail running, and I haven't
Yeah.
in the past. I've always had the mindset of why would I want something that's going to actually slow me down, right? And when I was actually in Montreal for a conference this year, it was the first time I ever ran like not on a road, not on a paved sidewalk. It was a trail. I hear it wasn't like a official trail, like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
trail, but it was in the woods, and there was a
Yeah.
pathway, and I was going up a lot of hills, but it was kind of relaxing, and it was kind of nice to be out
It
there in the
is.
woods. Like COVID going on, we've been doing a lot more hiking as a family, and I could see
Hmm.
where that very relaxing. And I know a lot of experienced runners, especially, seem to kind of settle in on some of the trail running
Yeah.
as they get
It's
experienced.
it's it's pretty. It's nice to see the scenery. It's different than road running because you really have to focus on your footsteps and keep your eyes on the ground. Um, but it's adventurous, and I like that. It mixes it up a little bit.
Yeah, nice. So thank you guys for jumping on here on the live. Lisa, you must be super popular because I think this is the most people we've ever had actually tune in to a live
Oh,
episode. All you. I'm not. It is all you. You.
that's funny.
So guys, if you are everyone who's here on the live right now, do you guys want to stay motivated this summer to continue those runs, even if we don't have in-person races? And if you do, type in stay motivated in the comment box below, because I want to see how many people want to stay motivated. So how have you right now, Lisa, been coping with COVID as a runner and a triathlete?
Well, I have to say that when pools closed, I love swimming. When pools closed, the gyms closed, and races started canceling, I really lost my motivation. It was a struggle, and when I like to be part of a group. When I do my training, I like to be around people. It just helps me, if I know I'm going to meet up with somebody, it really helps me get out the door. So when you started this, the Zoom or whatever live workouts, I thought, that's what I need. I need to keep going. I need to strengthen myself in this downtime. I also joined the Multi Sports Academy workout classes, um, and it's just been helpful. And I found that with an issue that I have personally is spinal stenosis, which is causing numbness in my leg down to my foot, that the exercises that we've been doing have been really helping with the numbness. And it's helping me, as a triathlete, we tend to put the stretching and strength training on the back burner because there's so much other stuff to focus on. And I've realized that doing all the strength training and the stretching has really helped. And I thank you for that.
Nice, nice. Well, I'm so happy to hear that. And so Lisa's talking about, for those of you that don't know, for the last 2 months, when all of COVID went down, and I actually stopped my in-person sessions with Spark Physical Therapy, and we were like kicking on all cylinders. Like I was super pumped about this upcoming race season. I was helping a lot of runners really kind of start to work toward their first half marathon for the season. And, I basically closed down the clinic for 2 weeks. And just, when we went in kind of quarantine at that time, I put a stop to all in-person sessions. The first thing that I did start, even before I started any virtual telehealth sessions, was this Spark Fitness program where I was like, all right, my gym is closed. I can't work out. I need to work out. I've worked out for the last 17 years, 3 times a week. And for those of you, most of you know my story, but I was a quote unquote gym rat first before I became a runner. So I've always worked out in the gym 3 to 4 times a week since I graduated college and became a runner 9 years ago. So I am a little older than that, if you can't tell by the gray hairs there. So I needed to work out. I was like, all right, how am I going to be able to help this healthy runner community that we have stay healthy during this time? I'm working out in my house. Why don't I teach people how to actually do the strength exercise that runners should be doing, the things that I've preached for many, many years, whether it's posting on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, as well as my in-person clients that I've helped them with and guided them in specific running specific exercises and the strength demands that you need as a runner. And so we started this online on Zoom, as well as, we have probably 8 to 10 people who join us 6 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And then most people actually in the program watch the replay. So they watch it either midday, during their lunch break, or after their kids are done with school, or in the evenings when they get out of work. So a bunch of people watch it on the replay, so they have all these workouts available to them. But we get after it. We're consistent 3 times a week. And we've been doing that since the beginning of April, I guess. Yeah, beginning of April. So we did it April, May. And for those of you that are here on the live, because I know a lot of kind of Spark Fitness peeps are here, if you guys can just do me a favor, if you can, just share like a sentence or two about like what you have found most helpful. And I didn't even like prod them or, tell them I was going to ask them this. But those of you who are here on live, just type in like 1 or 2 sentences, just because I want more runners to see and hear the things that you've told me. You guys have shared your feedback with me, which has been amazing. And I think it's just good for other people to hear it from you. So for those that are here on the live, just type it into the comment box, a sentence or two, and like what you have found most helpful for this program. Because like I said, this was something that I pivoted. I took a chance, so to speak, and was like, hey, I'm going to be working on my house. Why not just do it on Zoom and help more people at the same time? So if you guys could share that, I would appreciate it. And some of the feedback that I've heard from a lot of the people in the group is that they actually learned the specific exercises they knew they should have been doing, but kind of like Lisa said, that you never have time. And I'm even guilty of that. Honestly, I'm actually more committed to my core as well as flexibility, because those would be the first things that when I don't have time in the gym, I'll make sure I'm hitting all those strength exercises, right? And I'm hitting all this strength building stuff for muscle tone. But the core and the flexibility stuff is the first thing. Once I watch that, I look at that clock and I'm like, oh boy, I better hit the shower. I'm going to be late to work. And those are the first things that get dropped. So I've actually been dedicated. And I like thank you guys all the time. I'm like, this is actually good. Like I notice my core is stronger and I feel like more stable as a runner, because I would maybe do, I'm being completely honest with you guys, maybe literally for specific core exercises, I would do it for like a 5-month period in the summer, of course, right? When you got to take shirts off and stuff. And then I would do it like once a week. So I wouldn't even do it like 3 times a week. And a lot of the runners that have been in the group have told me like their legs used to feel heavy during their runs. They don't feel as heavy anymore. Their balance is better. They feel more stable when they are running. And the reason for that is we do a lot of exercise on one leg. And my passion, part of the Spark Blueprint, you got to train on one leg, right? I'm very, very passionate about that, because generic kind of strength exercises or HIIT workouts, most of them are on 2 legs. And for you as a runner, you're always on one leg. You need to strength train on one leg. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox because I will continue talking for like 15 minutes. Lisa's like, over here. So those are some of the things that people have mentioned to me. Hopefully my friend drop some things in the comment box and you guys can actually see some of the things that they're experiencing. But I am super excited to announce today, I guess for the first time within this group, I kind of let everyone know that is in the Spark Fitness program, but we're going to do this one more month. So we're going to do this for the month of June, and until our gyms open up, our local gyms open up in Connecticut, and we can all go back to our gyms, we're going to do this one more month so we can keep you moving forward and kind of turn COVID upside down on its head and can continue building that strength. The thing I'm going to do for the folks that are in the group is I'm going to be switching up some of the programming. So some of the stuff that I learned in the run coaching course is where, like, basically this is like a 12-week training cycle essentially that we did, because we did 8 weeks and now we got our last 4 weeks. So we're going to switch things up a little bit because the body starts to adapt and gets used to certain exercises. So my principles are still going to be the same. I'm going to hit my running specific muscles So for those of you that don't know the 5 running specific muscles, glute max, butt muscle, side hip muscle, glute medius, your deep external rotator muscle, your quads, and the endurance of your calf muscle, I think are often areas I find missing in a lot of runners' strength programs that they're doing. So principles are going to be there. Those same muscle groups are going to be there, but I'm going to switch up the exercises to have that stimulus to continue to challenge those folks. The good news is, for those of you who have not been in the program, you have one last chance to get in and learn some of these principles that I will teach you and provide you and work with you during the exercise, like actually do the exercise with you. So you can learn these. And my goal is, after 4 weeks, you have those principles, have those exercises, and now you continue them, because that is going to be gold for you, healthy for the pun intended long run. Okay, and not getting injured and staying healthy. So trust me, I love seeing you guys at Spark Physical Therapy and treating your running related injuries. I'll treat a hamstring tendinopathy, an Achilles pain, a plantar fasciitis, a runner's knee any day, and I know I can get it better, and I know I'll get you better. But honestly, at this point in my career, I'm more focused on helping provide you the tools that you can stay healthy and hit your running goals without getting injured. All right, that's my goal. That's the reason why I started this Healthy Runner podcast and the Facebook group. So this is your opportunity to kind of get a nice 4-week cycle to learn these exercises and these principles, so you can take charge of your health, learn running specific exercises. So for those of you in the program right now, I haven't even asked you guys if you guys are in it for June. If you are, just type in June into the comment box and I'll know to actually enroll you for June again. And for those of you who are new and are saying, hey, I've never heard about this program, or I was thinking about it, but I thought I would just do my workout tapes I have at home, and you really haven't been doing them. So we're going to keep you consistent. I'm going to be sending messages every day before we do our workout. Like tomorrow morning, we're doing our workout. I already sent everyone a message saying, like, who's going to be joining me? 6 a.m. Like, make sure you're there. Give you that accountability piece to kind of stay on track. If you want to get into the program, you can simply just put it in the comment box, Spark Fit, and I will reach out to you and share the details. For those of you listening on the podcast or watching on the Spark Your Training YouTube channel, and you want to get in for the month of June, just type in, or you can text Spark Fitness to the number 203-376-6514. And for those of you who are the funny guys out there, if you want to send me a funny GIF, I'll be happy to see that as well if you want to text that to me. But I'd be more happy to actually see Spark Fitness on my phone so I can actually enroll you as well. So let's get to our special announcement. So thank you so much, everyone who's dropping that in the comment box. I'm so happy. Guys, the comments are flying by. I'm sorry I can't respond like I normally do. I literally see 2 comments at a time. But I see Kat's in it for June, and Trisha's in it for June. And I think I saw Gina was in it for June. So I'm so happy to see that. And let's get to our special announcement, Lisa, because that's really, really the reason why we're here today. Not only did I want to hear about how you have been dealing with COVID, but Lisa and I have been talking, guys, for these last couple of weeks. And our conversations have been around the fact of, I talk to a lot of runners on a daily basis, whether it's people who are reaching out to me who have a question, my clients that I'm working with on one-on-one sessions, and I know a lot of runners are struggling, and it's hard to find our motivation. So Lisa and I have been talking, and we're like, how can we help keep our running community motivated and help our local small that support us, right? So I think, Lisa, you can speak to kind of your community. Why don't you do that now? Why don't you speak to kind of your local, what is your local running community that you have? Where's your home base?
Well, I work out of Multi Sports Academy in Hamden. That is my hub of my triathlon training. They have a gym. They do personal fitness and exercise classes. We do cycling there and running. So that is one business that can use our support. So that's one that I think, it's one of those businesses that's really helping the community to stay healthy. So, and during this time, it's just been a real challenge for a lot of businesses. So this is one that's dear to my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. And Multi-Sports Academy, guys, that's kind of where I selected, Spark Physical Therapy to be the home base, because I really love the values that Duane and 𝐂𝐕𝐈𝐃 has, and how they treat their athletes, how they treat their clients, and how they kind of have a focus toward health. And it's never focused on the financials. And this side of things, like you will commonly see at big box gyms, and I've worked in big box gyms. Like actually, that's where Duane and I met, probably like 20 years ago now at Bally Total Fitness. But I was a personal trainer when I was going through PT school at a big box gym. So I'm familiar kind of with that environment, and I've seen that environment, and I love the community atmosphere at Multi-Sports Academy, and how they really do support the health of their athletes. So that's kind of one community and local small business that has been really hit hard by this COVID situation, having to just shut their doors down. And, we were thinking about other small businesses, and I had, Matt Santillo on the podcast basically 3 or 4 episodes ago, and we talked about running shoes. And Woodridge Running Company has been a great pillar within our surrounding New Haven area, supporting all the local runners we have in New Haven, Connecticut. And we wanted to see, like, how can we help small businesses out who have had to shut their doors during this time, as well as, Lisa's been in the Spark Fitness program for the last 2 months, and we're like, I want to do it for June because gyms still aren't open, and I want to be here to help everyone out. But, what can we have? Like, what can we give as a little reward, right, for everyone's hard efforts? There's been people who have been getting up at 6 a.m. even though they don't have work, or their workday starts later. They don't have to commute into work, and they've been doing these workouts and they're killing it. So how can we kind of keep them motivated? What can we give them as a little, like, carrot at the end of the month, and to kind of benefit from all the fruits and labor of their strength training workouts that they've been doing? Like, yes, it's helping their health, but what can we do for them? So we are happy to announce tonight, Lisa and I, is that we're collaborating with my business, Lisa's business, to do a Spark Your Soul virtual race series. So the goal of this will be to have this virtual 5K race at the completion of June. So for the month of June that we're finishing up our Spark Fitness program, we're going to do a 5K. June 27th is the Saturday, but you're going to have kind of this 4-day period in which you can run this race. And then we're going to do a 10K 3 weeks later. And then we're going to do 13.1. We're going to do a half marathon, which sounds crazy in the Northeast, August 1st. However, we need something, guys. We need it. And we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed that there will be fall races. So this timing kind of works out perfect, where you can train for this, we can do these virtual races and be able to recover a little bit, and then hopefully do another build up, another training cycle for some fall races that I hope will be happening.
Hey, Duane, how do you run a virtual race?
That's a very good question.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, so I don't know how many of you guys have done these. I know there's been a bunch around, like I ran one, and there's been some great things that are helping out a lot of our frontline workers with coronavirus. And, I was thinking about like the things that we can support, and there are a lot of organizations that are going bigger organizations. So our goal was kind of take care of the really small businesses that really directly impact the running community. So all you need to do, guys, is in order to run a virtual race, if you've never run one, there's no specific course, right? Because we're not getting all together. We have to stay socially distant. So you pick your course, which is kind of nice. So I would recommend you pick a little faster course, right? You don't pick like a really hilly course for your race. So you pick a course and the distance that you want to do in that 4-day period. So we're recommending a 5K. And for those that are maybe just starting out right now, you might, in 4 weeks from now, might not be ready for a 5K to run one, but you might run a 5K, right? Or you can walk one or 5K and help out your local community at the same time. And you're going to have this 4-day window to do it. So it's going to be from Thursday to Sunday of those weekends I mentioned. and you can pick the specific day to complete the race. And then once you're done doing your race, all you have to do is on your watch, you just screenshot it, or on your phone, screenshot, that distance you finished and your time. And then you're going to actually submit those directly to Lisa. We're going to email them to Lisa. Thank you so much. She's going to compile all the results. So her email, I'm going to put this all in the details of kind of email link that I'll give you guys, but it's going to be customer service at 𝐓𝐿𝐻𝑒𝑦𝑜�ur_soul.com. And really the big benefits that you can get from a virtual race, and specifically the Spark Your Soul virtual race series, is you're going to get motivation to continue moving forward in your health, because again, I talked to a bunch of you, I know you're struggling to get that motivation. So hopefully this will give you that motivation to continue to move forward. And then you're going to have the success of completing maybe your first 5K, or maybe your first 5K in 2020. And then especially the people that have been in the Spark Fitness program, after you've completed 3 months of the strength training. So it'd be a nice little test and see how you actually do and how this improved your running fitness. Then you're also going to get, so Lisa's been very, very gracious, and she's going to donate some goodies from Lift Your Soul. These are some, I don't know, I actually shared Lisa's link within our Healthy Runner Facebook group last week, and she's got some really cool motivational magnets, stickers, temporary tattoos. She's going to actually share those with you guys for free for those that sign up for this race. I'm going to give you some goodies. You're going to get a mini band. So, I'm passionate about your hip muscles. So I'm going to give you a mini band so you can make sure you're strengthening those hip muscles. And I'll even send you the video links so you know how to do those exercises to make you a stronger runner. And then the coolest thing, I say, not the biggest, but the coolest thing is the swag. And for those that haven't run a race yet, I ran the Disney on right in January. So that was my only race in 2020, and I got a medal. But I haven't gotten a medal since. And I'm not going to lie, it is kind of nice. I don't run for the medals. I run to be healthy, but the medals are nice. I'm not going to lie. So Lisa is actually, she is super creative. So Lisa, show them what you have created.
Okay, I hope this works okay. So this is our Spark Your Soul. This is the complete series medal. So this is how it looks when you've completed all 3 races. Everyone will get a portion of Spark. So you're going to get, this portion will come to you. You're going to have a nice little cord. You're going to have your race name on it and this little bottom section. So this is actually magnetic. So the top portion and the bottom portion will come apart. And so this will be the majority of the medal, but this little piece, whoever signs up for a race, irregardless if it's 1, 2, or all 3, you're going to get this one piece to attach to your little Spark. And on the back of this becomes a little fridge magnet, a little motivational piece. So if you can see that, that's your magnet. It says run strong with a little footprint, little soul. So again, you'll get this, and as you add on and complete each race, then you'll add on the other pieces that will go with it. So you'll get the 10K, and you'll also get the 13.1. All right. And I will mail these out to you. Yeah, with all your little goodies that you're going to get.
Guys, do you think that's awesome? If you think that's awesome, type in awesome into the comment box. Because when Lisa showed me this, and she had this idea, and I was like, I was definitely skeptical. I'm like, how do you get medals? And she had this vision. And I was like, wow, that is amazing. And I love the inspirational, run strong on the back. I love that's a magnet. People can put it on the fridge if they want. And it's very versatile if you run 1 race, or if you run 2, or if you run 3. It's like not incomplete in each individual section. So I think you did a phenomenal job, honestly.
Thank you. Thanks.
I absolutely love it. And if I wasn't biased, I would literally sign up for the races just for the medal, even if I didn't. However, we all know that a nice medal at the end of your race is always a good thing, right? We never turn down a nice medal at the end of a race. So those that sign up for the race, you guys are going to get that medal. Depending upon which race you sign up for, you're going to get different portions, and those that complete all three will get kind of the full package. You're going to get the goodies donated by Lisa, the magnets, the tattoos, the stickers. You're going to get the Spark Band. You're going to get that motivation to keep you going in your health. You're going to get the success and kind of culminating our fitness program for the month of June. And then you're going to be able to help our local small businesses who are a part of our foundation and our fact of kind of being runners and, you know, staying healthy and living healthy lifestyles. So anything above the cost of making the medals, Lisa's going to be doing all this. Making them and shipping them to you guys will be donated to one of three kind of charities or local partners that we established. Because the other thing that I did want to mention, there are a small segment of us that are fairly competitive, or maybe a large segment. I'm one of them. I'm competitive. And because we like a little competition, if you guys like a little competition, just type in competition into the comment box below. Those that actually want to really train hard and go all out for this race, we want to keep it a little competitive. So we're going to have you send us the results, and then we're going to actually give an award winner prize package to the top male and female finisher for each race. Within that package is going to be running specific surprise goodies. So you have stuff like race belts and race socks, and you're going to have gift certificates to Spark Physical Therapy, to Woodbridge Running Company, to Multi Sports Academy. So you're going to have a lot of goodies for those top finishers for each of those races. For those that like a little competition, and you know, you're like, whoa, no races, no like competition. Right? So for those that have that competitive spirit, then we're going to be able to give those prize packages to you. What else do I need to share with Lisa?
Let's see. The charity for the half marathon. Yeah, I'm doing the hopefully the New York City Marathon this year, and I chose a charity to fundraise for, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And I think, will you provide a link to that?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So I met a lovely woman by the name of Myra Grauer, who is the vice president of the charity. Actually met her through Gina, who was in our group. And she talked about the mission of the charity, which is really to help find missing children, to stamp out child exploitation and to prevent child victimization. So, and actually Monday was the National Missing Children's Day. So we put a light in the window and kept that on all night. So it's a great cause, and I feel passionate about this. And so just trying to fundraise for them. Actually, myself, Gina, and another runner are on the team this year, and we've got a lofty goal. So we're just trying to do what we can to raise money to meet our goal.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a worthy cause. So that's going to be our kind of foundation or donation. Everything that is made from these virtual races for the half marathon will go to the National Center for Missing Children, Missing and Exploited Children. And all the proceeds from the 5K will go to Multi Sports Academy, and all the proceeds from the 10K will go to Woodbridge Running Company. So again, to support our local running community and the businesses. Honestly, we need to stay open, right? If we're going to continue in our running goals, and they help support us as runners. So also, I need to tell you guys, registration will close June 21st for the 5K. So obviously, if you want in, you let me know now, but registration will close June 21st. And if you're wondering how much it's going to cost, the entry fee is going to be $18 per race. So it's going to be $18 per race. And like I said, the cost is really to cover the materials for Lisa to actually buy the materials to make the medals, for us to ship it to you. And then the rest of the cost from the race will go directly to those 3 organizations that we did mention. And if you guys are interested in learning more about the race series and you want to actually register, right, just type into the comment box and we'll kind of keep a little 5K, 10, or 13.1, or all of them if you want to do the whole series into the comments below. If you guys are listening on the Healthy Runner podcast or watching on the Spark Your Training YouTube channel, then you can simply text 5K, 10K, 13.1 to 203-376-6514. And I see Katrina says she's in for all 3. So guys, if you are in for all 3, if you want to be in for all 3 right now and you want to just sign up for all 3 at once, we're going to do a little discount. So we will do that for $50. You can get all 3 races, everything we talked about, all the motivation, give you a race to kind of each month of this summer to kind of bridge that gap to the fall where we're hopefully running the fall races. And, you just let us know and we'll get you in for all 3. I know I'm super excited about this, Lisa.
Yeah.
I thank you, honestly, for helping me realize what we can do, and your creativity. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. So I thank you, honestly, for bringing this to light and keeping me on track, because I'm so busy and sometimes, hard to kind of keep moving forward. But Lisa's definitely kept pushing the ball forward, moving me forward. So I hope that you guys will find this, honestly, because the whole goal is to help our running community during this difficult time of this pandemic and get us back to where we were, get our mindset right, keep us healthy over the summer, and hopefully we can be watching those fall or doing those fall races. So now we're at the part of the episode, Lisa, where we're going to get to the final stretch. So I'm going to ask you a question. The question I like to ask most of our guests here is, if you could change one thing about the misconception of running, what would that be?
Oh, goodness. Well, I think one of the things that or the sayings that I always turn to is, with Ironman, they say anything is possible. So I think if you feel like you can't ever do a marathon, I used to think marathon running was crazy. Who would want to be out there for all that time just run? And then, 7 26.2s later, but I did my first Ironman race when I was 51. I couldn't swim laps in a pool. I learned how to swim. I never rode my bike in big groups, and I got comfortable with that and learned how to run. So my thing is, anything is possible. If you train right, you have good nutrition and you're hydrated, you'll get it done.
Well said. I love it. Anything is possible. All right, guys. So recapping what we covered in this episode, we talked about really 2 programs that can help you as runners stay motivated and healthy this summer. One is the Spark Fitness online workout for runners, to give you the strength to be a stronger runner, and also teach you the recovery tools, the foam rolling exercises, the stretches, to help with recovery as a runner. So you can be anywhere within the United States or even internationally. I know we have some international listeners. We actually have someone from London in our program right now. So you guys can be international, participating in this on Zoom and Facebook, and get in on these workouts, Spark Fitness program. And then the other thing we talked about was really the Spark Your Soul virtual race series, which we're happy to announce. And, that's what we talked about. Those are going to be kind of, I think, really, I hope, can be huge tools for you as a runner, keeping you healthy during the summer. So, Lisa, I am sure that there are going to be many runners who heard this podcast episode or watched the video on YouTube and want to learn more about Lift Your Soul and some inspirational jewelry, clothing, and accessories for runners. So how can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can visit my website at liftyoursoul.com. I also have a Facebook page. I'm on Instagram. I have a shop on Etsy. So yeah, take a look, like my Facebook page. And if you go to my website, you can sign up for emails. And currently there is a promotion for 20% off. So if you shop on liftyoursoul.com, type in the word adventure 20, you'll get 20% off your entire order.
Awesome. That is helpful, I'm sure, especially during this time. You have some great products there. I love anything inspirational.
Yeah. I got my first swim, bike, run necklace, and that's when I met the woman who owned the company prior to me at a half Ironman and fell in love with the jewelry. Swim, bike, run, there's triathlon, running, and just everyday motivational sayings. Never give up, no limits. So lots of real cool stuff out there.
That is great. So guys, if you have found this talk helpful, please hit that like button, hit the love button. If you're watching this on Facebook, it will just help this be able to show up in more people's feeds so they can hear some of these programs that can help them stay healthy this summer. And also, honestly, just show some love to Lisa, right? And how about that medal, right? Throw a little heart to the medal she came up with. So we appreciate you sharing some about your business and, you know, some of your, honestly, your stories on how you're dealing with COVID right now and just giving us your honest kind of assessment of how things are going and, you know, getting some of your running and triathlon background. That was great to hear as well. So hopefully it helps those that are listening stay motivated during this summer. Thank you again, Lisa, for taking the time to help us. And thank you for everyone who jumped on the Facebook Live, listened on the podcast, and those of you who caught the replay, either within the Healthy Runner Facebook group or the Spark Your Training YouTube channel. Remember, every Monday night, we go live at 8 p.m. Today is a special holiday edition because yesterday was Memorial Day. We're here live on a Tuesday, but every Monday night, 8 p.m., we go live within the Healthy Runner Facebook group. So we're going to have a new topic next Monday, which I'm excited to release for you guys very shortly. I'm just putting the finishing touches on that. So keep us in mind in your schedule so you can get all your questions answered live within the Healthy Runner Facebook group. So thank you so much again, Lisa.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Stay active, stay healthy, and just keep running. Until next time. Bye.